All right, so what will be your topic of research?
My topic of research will be the benefits of acupuncture and treatment for medical purposes.
Okay, well, you have a tab. Feel free to research how you will like to, and I will ask you a couple of questions.
Okay. Should I explain what I do?
Well, my first question is, and that's just the internet is just up. It's not telling you to necessarily use Google. But my first question will be, when you get ready to begin your research, what is the first data bank that you use? Do you use Google first?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go for it. All right, so you typed in your topic in the search bar.
Yes.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
I look for the websites. I look whether or not the URL ends in .com, .edu, or .org to see which ones are actually legitimate.
You said .com, EDL, and what was the other one?
.edu and .org.
EDU and .org. Okay.
Because .coms can be usually like blogs or like opinions and aren't necessarily factually or scholarly based.
So when you find your websites, how do you know if that's going to be a good website for you to use? Do you just kind of look through a whole bunch of different websites, or?
I'll scroll through to see if I'm studying a specific aspect of it. For example, acupuncture. If I'm studying whether or not it'll treat, like this article is over, can it help relieve pain and improve sleep, digestion, emotional well-being? Well, if I were doing my research topic on how does acupuncture affect pain management, then I can look at this article to see if it does help relieve pain.
Okay.
And I'll look at those specific parts. The improved sleep, digestion, emotional well-being is a little bit more just like extras that I don't necessarily need to include unless it proves to be relevant.
Okay.
And so I'll scroll through. A lot of this looks like it's just talking about like how do I find the right acupuncture. So it's kind of like based on if you already know that you want to do.
All right. So I see you going to do a new search. Why did you leave the first resource that you were at?
Because it did have some credible parts that I could potentially use, like the how acupuncture does work.
Okay.
So that's a basic explanation behind how it might affect pain management, but it's not specific enough. But it's like to the point where it's credible information that I could use it to explain to people reading the paper that may not necessarily understand all the acupuncture entails.
Okay.
But then if I want to look up specifically pain management, I look up acupuncture and pain management for a little bit more of a specific research point. And this one's a .org as well. It says Oxford Journals, which I know is a most scholarly journals are credible, and this one is through Google, so I don't think it'll give me a full article unless I'm a member to their
Google or
site.
Google Scholar doesn't give you full access?
I believe Google Scholar does, but I know there's certain sites such as Galileo that you need like a library password or a school password to, which is honestly why I haven't used Galileo yet, because that would require me to have to sift through the school website to find some type of password.
Okay.
Which I believe I got an email saying it was just our student
it's
ID.
Your regular login and stuff.
Yeah, so I know for high school it was some weird username and password that the school used as a general rule. But this one looks a little bit more credible. It has tables that I could pop up in Windows. with this looks like terms more say.
So what makes your, like when you find a source, what makes you think that they're credible?
Well, this one particularly because it was published in a journal. I know it has to be reviewed by a board of credible people, people who know what they're talking about, people who know more than I know.
I understand.
And it says it's I believe, and it's 2007. It looks like maybe the 7th issue, so it could potentially be outdated. But I could still use this with if they have any studies listed in it. If I want to look at how acupuncture has changed from later years to current ones, if I can find a more recent article, then I could compare to see if there's any changes.
Okay.
Like this article might say electroacupuncture is more useful than basic needling or something like that. And if I find a more recent one that says like, oh, just kidding, the electroacupuncture results are outdated because after looking at the technology used, it was less so the electro stimulation than it was the specific needles of it was the platinum metal was more effective on the body or something weird. And I can even include that in the paper and be like, if you look previously, it was understood that electrostimulation was more useful than dry needling. However, after further research, this article by so and so in year blah 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 proves this wrong and explains that it was not this, but it was this instead.
Okay. So let's say you find a source that you want to use. All right. So what's your route? What do you do next to save that source so that you have access to it again, or that you can use it for your paper or anything like that?
I usually just keep tabs up. I never exit out of tabs, and so it's always up there. But if I know for a fact like I am gonna use it, I'll have to have a works cited page that I usually just copy the URL and I'll put it on a Word document until I'm ready to cite it.
Okay.
And then when I do cite it, I just do like bib.me or one of those other automatic annotation writing things. Oh, this one actually, this is convenient. I think this is the citation right there. Content, edu, anesthetic, crit care, pain, whatever includes page numbers, publishing date, website. It seems like it lacks a couple things though, like data access.
So what happens when you go to Google and you type in what you're looking for and you don't find a website that'll be, feel like it'll help you in your research? What's your next source or what's your next step?
If it's like a research topic I can't change, I have to stick with the topic. I'll phrase it differently in the Google bar instead of or I'll kind of tweak my research in general. Like if the acupuncture itself is a broad topic and pain management is something specific about it. So if I can keep the broad topic of acupuncture, but maybe look at the change through like application throughout the ages or something, I can kind of tweak what I'm looking for. And if I'm not allowed to tweak what I'm looking for, I'll try different databases. Like I might try Galileo. I could probably Google a bunch of different websites that provide scholarly articles through universities, or I'll check the library website to see what's offered. And if I still can't find a ton of stuff, I'll try and just make do with what I have and try to see how like maybe like the entire article itself may not be like something I can use as a general whole, but there's like little specific tidbits of information that are relevant.
Okay. So, and you said that when you get ready to cite information, you normally use an automatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Automatic citation thing.
Automatic
like
citation.
bigme.org or
You said BigMe?
bib.me.
BibMe. Okay.
Or I think there's another one, but I forget what it's called.
Okay. And another thing, do you ever use Ask the librarian. Do you actually
No.
go to the library, or when you use the Kennesaw website? Do you use the Ask the Librarian?
No, never.
Okay. What about the Writing Center?
I honestly don't even know where it is.
Okay.
I know it exists.
It does exist.
I've gotten by without it so far. I just don't need it yet.
All right. Well, that's really it. Thank you for your help and your participation.
Thank you.
And you have a wonderful day.